I implemented this admittedly weird but very personal outreach system, and my copywriting business took off. I call it the Loom Leverage Lab, and it's the most personalized but the easiest outreach method on the internet. And I guarantee you've never seen this version online. Why? Because I've kind of invented it. Obviously, I haven't invented every single part of the outreach process. I'm not God, but there are a lot of things that I added and made it a killer outreach. And I'll reveal it to you in this video. Look at it. Look at all of the replies that I get. You tell me if you get these replies. Hi, Alessandro. Hats off to you for the most entertaining cold email I've received this year. Or, I received 5 to 10 emails telling me what I'm doing wrong or what could be better on our socials. They're pretty standard, they're boring, and they're saying what to do better. I just click them away. Your email, however, caught my attention, especially with the that felt truly personal from start to finish. Not just the intro, blah, blah, blah. I'm excited to talk to you. Or, next week, I'm fairly busy. It is best you can book a call here. And on Instagram, damn, it is so hard to book calls on Instagram. People just really don't reply. But this one was booked on Instagram. Oh, sorry. Or, yes, why not? Let's organize that. Best reply 2025. So, I'll show you first what I used to do wrong and what you probably do and why it doesn't work, because it's just context for why this better outreach strategy does work. And then I'll reveal to you exactly the step-by-steps that you need to take to start closing more clients and start doing it pretty much effortlessly and with a system that you can trust. Because if you just had something that you could trust, I know you'd be putting in so much more work. But since you're a little bit uncertain and you don't really have clarity on what you're doing, then you also don't feel very confident putting it hours and hours and hours. And I understand that because I was the same way. I was the same way when I was on Upwork. And Upwork was fine. I'll say it can definitely work. It can definitely work, and it has worked for me to some extent, to a little bit, but it was really slow. There's a lot of competition, and standing out is possible. However, it's quite difficult. And if you post a job right now, you'll see that you'll get like 80 proposals in like 2 hours. And I used to make videos about Upwork because it does work, and that's what I knew at the time. But it's just not the best, because also you can't really price for outcomes. And pricing for outcomes is very important. You don't want to really sell emails and scripts. You want to sell the outcomes. So revenue, time saved, all of these things. And you can't really do that on Upwork because people have job posts and they're like, I'm looking for 3 emails. You're not going to come in and say, I'm guaranteeing you $10,000 a month in 6 months, or I'm giving you your money back. Like, no, that's not how Upwork works. But what I just said is a good offer, which you can really make on Upwork. Then what I've tried is mass outreach. I don't know how many of you have tried this. I don't know if you've tried this, but I have. And I sent like 4,000 emails to random people and I got 0 replies. I did get a couple of please remove me from a mailing list, but more than that, not really. Then I tried sending value in the DMs, and this is one that pissed me off for a number of reasons, because so many gurus say that this is what you have to do. And since so many people are teaching it, I'm not going to say it's shit, because obviously it has worked for people, and I know it has worked. But for me, it really didn't work. And everyone says, if you're better writing copy, it won't work. But that's not even the case, because you cannot physically write amazing copy without doing market research, without having client onboarding and all of these things. And if the copywriters who preached this method and said, you suck at copywriting if you can't get attention like this, if they were actually good, which I'm sure they're good, but if they were amazing, they would know that without market research, you don't turn in any amazing copy. You can put in good copy, probably better than the creator themselves. Amazing copy? No. And that's something I've hated. I didn't want to send people things that aren't amazing. And these creators often just have no idea why they would even use that. Because I would send them, for example, some landing pages, things like that, and they would say, oh, thank you, and then use it. Or they would just leave me in red. And I would always think, motherfucker, this is for you. If you just implement this is so good. Like, you're going to make so much more money, so many more sales. But you just decided to be a dickhead, and that's fine with me. I mean, it's not. But that hurts you. And just because you can't really convey the importance of it through just the example. And also it takes so much time, because for every person you're investing pretty much half an hour, 1 hour to write a piece of copy for them that they might not even see. And that's why I don't think this is the best outreach method. If it worked for you, amazing, great. I'm not a hater, but I'll show you a better way. So what do I do differently? I send personalized Loom videos. Now, these Loom videos are amazing because number one, they don't take you half an hour to make. Number two, you can show off so many other things. You can use the power of your voice, the power of literal human face-to-face connection, who would have thought? And you can have so much authority, and you can keep their attention for a way longer time and make them actually respond. Now, after I got very good at the personalized Loom videos that took me around 7 minutes, 8, 10 minutes each to make, depending on the number of mistakes and the research I had to do in the prospect. After that, me and my best friend thought, how can we be a little bit more lazy? How can we scale this? How can we automate this? We came up with a method where you can automate as much as possible using AI while retaining the personal touch. Because usually, like what people do is that they will automate the video and make it just a different name at the beginning. And then it'll be, hey John, hey Kevin, hey Stewart or whatever. And then the whole video message is just the same, and everyone picks up on this. So we were able to automate it while retaining the personal touch. Now, I don't even recommend that you do this right away because you first need to get really good at just presenting and talking to the camera. Now, if you want my full outreach course with also the offers, the sales call, everything you need to learn to be an amazing copywriter into 2025, top link in the description. There's a new course that I just made, and I'd love for you to check it out. Now, I also reach out everywhere I can. So that's what I do, and that's also part of the course. So you reach out everywhere you can. Instagram, cold email, even number if you can, because you just want them to see it. It makes so much sense. None of this is very complicated, you know. It's not difficult to understand, it's just a bit more difficult to do. And if you send on multiple touch points, the likelihood of them opening your Loom video is higher. And that's what you need, because the more Looms get opened, the more replies you get. It's pretty obvious. And I send funny cold emails, last but not least. Now, this is a little bit of a personal flair that I've added to this method, as well as the automation. What you're probably used to is copy-pasting stuff. You're probably used to looking at, what outreach method works right now? What message works right now? Let me copy-paste it. But this doesn't really work because you're just the same as everyone else. Now, even if it's something kind of new, you're still the same as everyone else because you all use the same words. And if you use the same words, they just don't get, it doesn't stop the scroll. It's not a pattern interrupt. And you're, as a copywriter, you know this, and you want to interrupt their pattern, right? So you want to write emails that are completely different from anything they've ever seen. You want to be funny. You want to have jokes. You want to wish them an absolutely magnificently amazing day. You want to greet them in a funny way. You want to give them insane curiosity, but also make it entertaining at the same time. And so they like you before even looking at the video. And you might be thinking, no, business owners don't want this. Man, business owners are still human, okay? They're still human. It's not like people only turn on their personalities after work. No, even during work, they want to have fun. Everyone wants to be entertained. Everyone likes goofy guys. Not really, but everyone likes a little bit of this very nice and funny and entertaining way of doing work. It's very magnetic. And if you check out my sales pitch, for example, you'll see that I speak in the same way. It's something so different, and you probably will feel some pull towards it. And that's what you want to do with your clients as well, because they are human as well. So send funny cold emails. Or just, you're a copywriter, sit down and think, how can I make this hilarious? How can I make them like me even before they open it? It's not just, hey, I filmed a Loom video for you. Sure, can work, does work for people, but how do we take it a step further? How can we learn something and then always make it better? All right, so what the hell is in this video that makes people respond to me? Well, I give them actual advice they can implement today and start getting quick wins. So what we're doing in these Loom videos is that we're kind of just going through their funnel and explaining things that they can do better. You also want to show them, okay, you're doing this right now. It's costing you this. You got to start doing this and you're going to get this. So for example, what I used to do is I used to walk people through their own opt-in funnels. And while I was walking through the opt-in funnels, I would say, you're losing and leaking leads here, here, and here. And that means that if you just fix these little things, and you can do this in 3 days, you would get 500 more leads a month. Now, since your course costs $197, 500 leads a month at a 6% conversion rate would give you do the math, 6 times 5, 30 sales. And at $197, it would give you whatever the hell, $6,000. And I'm proud of this quick math. Anyway, and then people are watching and they're like, what? Because you kind of show them that they can make $6,000 appear out of thin air by switching a couple of things. And you can. And that is how funnels work. And that is something you can do as a copywriter. But you really want to emphasize numbers and results. Also, since we're already talking about emphasizing results, you can show off the work you did with your previous clients. 99% of people watching this, oh no, I have no clients. But I have a solution for that, and it's actually amazing. So if you have previous clients, then you want to tell them about the things you want to do, but you want to also use an example from someone that you helped with, and say, look, because I helped them just like I helped this one, I can help you. And if I help this other person add an extra $10,000 to $20,000 a month in 3 months, I can do that for you as well. And even if you don't have such a crazy win, it doesn't matter, because everyone likes small wins as well. So just explain what you did. Use your examples from your real life. Now, if you don't have any case studies, this is how you do it. You find someone who did the same strategy that you be presenting. Let me repeat. You find someone who is already using this, someone you didn't help, and you explain it using their example. And you don't say you've worked for them. I never lied in these Looms, and I do not encourage you to lie, because reputation is a very, shaky thing. It's very important. But you don't also have to say that you didn't help them. You can kind of say, you can show what they're doing, say a line something like, yeah, I'm really proud of her, of him, of them. And you're not really saying that you worked for them, but you're also not saying that you didn't work for them. And look, if omitting this little detail and if being a little bit ambiguous and vague about this gets you more response, who am I to judge? You have my complete permission. So don't lie, but also you don't have to say, no, I explicitly did not work with these people. It's fine, okay? It's completely fine. Make them think that you worked with them, even though you haven't. It's okay. Because you understand them, and that's it. Now, you want to end this video with a banger CTA. So after you've given them the value, you want to tell them, hey, I can do this for you for free if you just reply to my email, and tell them that you literally give them your children and your left lung if they reply to your email. Tell them that, okay? So just say, I will do this, and this for you. If you just reply, I will send you this thing, and don't worry about the consequences, okay? Because if people tell you, oh yeah, sure, send this to me, then you're just gonna say, well, I can't really send this to you right now. Let's get on a call so I can get some more information about your business, and so I can actually make these things work amazingly well, so I don't just send you generic stuff. And what people like respond to that is, yeah, sure, okay, let's do that. Now, it has to be banger, okay? And just, I'm telling you, don't worry about don't make it unreasonable, but just front-loaded with value. That's all you gotta do. Now, let me just recap everything one more time. All of these didn't work for me, probably not for you as well. Send personalized Loom videos. Once you get really good, automate as much as possible using AI. If you want to know how, top link in the description. Reach out everywhere where you can. Send personalized, funny cold emails that are different from anything they've ever seen. Give them actual advice that they can build on and implement. Show off the work that you did with your previous clients, and end it with a banger CTA where you promise them 10 years of slavery if they reply. No, but for example, if you're talking about emails, you can say, I'm going to write 3 emails for you for free. And you can, if you've done a good job at convincing them about the value, they're going to see it and they're going to reply. So no slavery, no left lung, but for example, emails, captions, landing page, whatever you want, okay? Have an amazing day, and I hope you can implement this. Bye.